Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and we are back with another video. So recently, well, not so recently, I think I did a short about a IPEN, and that I had done an IPEN notarization, and that I will be doing a video very soon. But as we know, life's every single day, and I am just finally getting to this video to go along with that short. So, if you are new here, welcome. We are all things notary journey, education, and experience. If you are been around for a minute and been watching me, hello. How are you doing out there? I hope you guys are all doing well. So, from the title of this video, of course, I am going to be talking about an IPEN notarization. I completed one, and it was my very first one. Since then, I have done two other ones, and they are simple and easy. So first of all, I want to preface by saying that the IPEN notarization that I got, or signing that I got, was from a regular signing service, just like you would get your refinance, your HELOC, a seller's, or a purchase. I got a notification that an IPEN was available, and they asked me, was I available. Now, before I was able to get the signing notifications for the IPEN, I did have to go through training. So first of all, you have to have your RON commission. You have to be in a state that approves for RON. You have to have your RON approval from the state. Once you do that, they took me through their training, and once I went through their training, we did a mock session. I uploaded my credentials, of course, and I got a new seal for the company that does the IPEN notarizations for this signing service that I am signed up with. So that is the preference of this. You have to be in a state where RON is approved. You have to be an approved RON, and you have to update all of your information just like regular. So the notification came out, just like it stated that it was an IPEN notarization. It gave me a fee, a date, time, and location. I stated that I was available, and of course I was assigned the notarization. The difference with an IPEN. So first of all, for those that don't know what an IPEN is an in-person notarization, and it is a method of notarization where the notarial act is performed in person but electronically on a laptop or an iPad. For an IPEN notarization, it combines the notary be in physical presence with the signers, with the efficacy of a digital technology like a remote online notarization. So that's what an IPEN notarization is. Now, of course, I had to contact my signers, and I had to confirm with them the date and time and location of the signing. This was a little different because with the IPEN, when they provided me the instructions, I met with my signers at their home. I took my laptop. The instructions, the documents were provided to me before the signing, and I went into the company's system, and I was able to go ahead and tag all of my documents, and I was able to read all of my instructions. They were electronic on the computer within a secure digital platform for the company I was doing the signing for. So once I got there, each signer had to go into the system and input their identification information. So if they were using their driver's license, they had to input that information. Then I had to come behind them, and I had to verify that I reviewed their driver's license or reviewed their identification that they use, and I had to confirm and sign digitally that I did that. Once that was done, each signer had to sit down. They pressed start. They read the instructions that they agreed that they were signing electronically via a digital platform while in person with the notary, and then they went through and signed their documents. I had two signers. Each signer signed their documents. Once the second signer was done, it was turned over back to me, and I hit the start button, and the document took me through to where I need to fill in the pertinent information. I signed electronically and then placed my e-seal. Now, once my part was done, the signers and I were able to go back and to review each page to make sure that nothing was missing. Now, the system did tell you when something was missing or needed to be filled in, of course, because it went line by line to make sure you filled in that information. We reviewed the documents, and once we reviewed the documents, I hit confirm that we had reviewed the documents and everything was fine. Once we did that, I hit confirm. A message came up, said IPEN complete. Notary may leave the signing location. I packed up my laptop and information and left. Once I got back home and got my computer back up and running, I received an email stating that my IPEN notarization had been completed. Thank you very much for completing this signing, and we'll be reaching out to you in further if anything else is needed. That was the IPEN notarization in a nutshell. I did not have to print out any documents. I did not have to get a copy of the signer's ID, because that was all done digitally between their phone and and my laptop that I took with me. I think it is very good. It is a cutting edge thing of where you're able to still have a traditional in-person notarization while also blending technology and having the documents being digitally available on a computer and through a uh, secure platform. One of the questions that you guys may be asking is that, of course, you don't have internet. So yes, I had to log into the signer's internet, which they were very gracious and willing to provide me their password and their username in order to get this completed. I know that we've had issues where some signers don't want to do that, but I am aware that they told them beforehand that that is something that they would have to do in order for this to be completed. So they provided me that information. So that's an IPN notarization. So what I'm gonna do in this video is tell you about a few things with the IPN. So the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is key features of an IPN. So the first one is basically it's done in physical presence. So like I stated, the notary and the signers must be physically present in the same location doing the notarization. It can't be like a remote online notarization. I can't be here in Florida and the signer be in Missouri somewhere. They both have to be in physical location. Number two is that you have electronic documents. The documents are in digital format and the signing is completed electronically. So it takes out paper, it takes out toner, it takes out folders, it takes out business cards, it takes out all of that, although I still gave them a business card in person. Number three, you have your electronic seal and signature. Like I stated, the company that was doing the IPN, I had to go through their platform and complete their training. I also had to get a brand new signature, and I also had to get a new, an e-seal that was just for their particular company. Number four is secure technology. The process often involves a secure platform or software to ensure the integrity and authenticity of the electronic documents. And like I stated, they did have that platform where I had to log into. They had a two-step verification. Once I logged into the system, they then sent me a verification code to enter. And then once I entered that verification code, I was able to then get into the platform itself. So you may be wondering, when is an IPN used? So for one, it is used in real estate transactions. My IPN notarization was for a HELOC. So for frequently they are used for mortgages, for deeds, and other real estate documents in order to streamline the signing process. Because of course, once I hit confirm confirm and complete that we reviewed all of the documents. I didn't have to scan the documents back. I didn't have to send the documents off via FedEx or UPS. The documents were already sent back to the company at that point once we hit complete. Second is business arrangements. An IPEN can be used to complete transactions and agreements efficiently. This can be, of course, if you have one uh, party that is in one part of the country and another part is another part of the country. You can say, okay, well, I'm going to do my part, and then, okay, let's get another notary to meet you here so you can do your part. Third time is for government and legal forms. So when electronic submission is required or preferred, then we can also use IPEN at that particular time. So another thing is that what are the benefits? A lot of the people say, what are the benefits of it? So the benefits are faster processing. Like I mentioned, I didn't have to ship back documents. The documents were automatically sent electronically to the company once I hit complete and confirm. So the faster processing eliminates the need for physical paper and manual document handling. Which basically means that, hey, I didn't have to print out, I didn't have to use my toner, I didn't have to use a folder, I didn't have to use pens or anything like that. Second is that an IPEN reduces errors. Because there are built-in checks within the electronic platform, it helps to ensure accuracy. Like I mentioned, the document, when each one of us hit start, it automatically took us to each section where we needed to fill out the information. If we missed something, once we wanted to hit complete, it took us back to that spot where it says, okay, you're not complete, you missed this, please fill in this information. Then we can scroll back down or go back through the document, hit complete. If it let us hit complete and say thank you, you're finished, then we were done. If it took us back to another section, then that means, hey, you're not done. You need to go ahead and review it again. Something goes in this space and you need to put that in that space before we allow you to continue. So that's how it reduces your errors. Number two, it is environmentally friendly. Of course, it reduces the use of paper and physical resources. I didn't have to use a FedEx envelope. I didn't have to use a FedEx polypack. I didn't have to use a FedEx shipping label, or vice versa for UPS, and the same for UPS. And like I stated before, I didn't have to use paper. I didn't have to use paper by printing. I didn't have to use toner by printing, and I didn't have to use folders in order to put the documents in. So that is how it is environmentally friendly. Last, it's convenient. It speeds up the transactions without compromising the requirement for an in-person notarization. I met with the signers just like I would normally. The only difference is that I had to take my laptop. It was convenient for me, and it was convenient for the signers as well. So those are the three things for your IPEN. You have your key factors. We talked about when it is used, and we talked about the benefits of an IPEN. So in summary, just to let you know, so the IPEN provides a modern, efficient approach to notarization while adhering to the traditional physical presence requirement of an in-person verification. I personally love the IPEN. I think that more companies may go to it. I think the only issue that you would have is that if you met somewhere like a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts, of course you can still hook to their Wi-Fi, but I wouldn't know how that would be, being that Wi-Fi's at those places or restaurants can be kind of unsecured. So I don't know how the platforms would go with that. I understand that you would still have your two-step process, you would still have to log in that way, but I would still think that they would probably want to do it in the presence of a home or an office where there is a secure Wi-Fi connection or secure internet that you can log on to in order to get this done. But I personally love the IPEN. The two that I've done since then, I've loved them too, and I cannot wait to do more. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this information that I provided. Let me know down in the comments, have you ever heard of an IPEN, which is an in-person electronic notarization? And if you have you ever done one? I know that there are other types of electronic notarizations out there besides remote online notary. So let me know down in the comments, have you done any? Have you heard of them? Have you known of anyone that did? Or just let me know, what do you think about this process? Do you think that this is where we're going in the future for notaries um and for notarization? Let me know what you think in the comments. So I hope once again you guys have enjoyed this information that I have provided you. I cannot wait to see your comments, and I also cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Until next time, happy stamping and signing.